Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bosch. The number of clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Bosch Clean Diesel. Good, clean, fun. Bridgestone. Your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems. Improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com. And by the 2013 Hyundai Sonata. Learn more at HyundaiSonata.com.
Thanks for joining us today as we start a whole new week of watching what's going on in the world of cars. It's September 17. I'm John McElroy, and here's the news. Well, you know, we're in the middle of a re-election campaign when the president goes to the swing state of Ohio to bash the Chinese. Bloomberg reports the president will announce a trade complaint against the Chinese for $1 billion in illegal subsidies of automotive parts that were exported to the U.S. If it goes through, look for the Chinese to retaliate with trade sanctions of their own. 2 months ago, the administration filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization because of import duties slapped on American-made cars that were sold in China. And of course, China imposed those tariffs in retaliation against U.S. tariffs on Chinese-made tires. And speaking of China, those protests against Japanese-made cars are really starting to turn serious. Many Japanese dealerships in China are closed today after some of them were attacked over the weekend with cars being turned over and the windows broken. Sales of Japanese cars are slowing there because Chinese consumers are worried about those cars being vandalized. The Canadian auto workers chose Ford as its strike target, and that contract runs out tonight. The Detroit automakers want the CAW to accept similar concessions that UAW members agreed to last year and have said Canadian labor costs are amongst the highest in the world. And of course, Honda and Toyota, which have plants in Canada, are not organized by the CAW. GM would love to shed that government motors image, but the U.S. Treasury Department isn't playing ball. The Wall Street Journal reports GM is pushing the Treasury to sell its stake in the company, but the U.S. would lose about $15 billion if that happened now. GM stock would need to reach $53 a share for the U.S. to break even, and I think it's around $24 right now. The Paris Motor Show opens its doors next week, and we'll be there showing it to you live. But until then, here's a few more announcements. We already showed you BMW's Concept Active Tourer, but it's also going to show the Compact 1 Series that now gets all-wheel drive for the first time. And of course, BMW is known for motorcycles as much as it is for cars, and the company is going to debut a battery-powered scooter in Paris. The C-Evolution prototype features a liquid-cooled electric motor and a range exceeding 100 kilometers. And the ever-popular 3 Series is getting a new engine, a 1.6-liter version of the brand's 2-liter twin-power turbo 4-cylinder. Output is 136 brake horsepower. A 6-speed manual or 8-speed automatic are the transmission choices. Stay tuned as Autoline gives you more updates on the upcoming Paris Motor Show. And in related BMW news, the company might be in talks to buy De Tomaso. The specialty Italian automaker filed for bankruptcy earlier this year. And of course, as you probably remember, over the years, De Tomaso built cars for a number of other automakers, including the Chrysler TC, boo, and the Ford Pantera, yay! Say, how tough is your truck? Toyota's out to prove the muscle of its Tundra. On October 13, one of these full-size pickups is going to tow Space Shuttle Endeavour to the California Science Center. This 300,000-pound vehicle will be hitched to a factory-stock Tundra, which is going to drag it the last quarter of a mile to its final resting place. So how do you move such a monumental piece of equipment with a light-duty pickup? A special rig, that's how, and probably lots of ballast.
I'm Craig Cole in the middle of the New Mexican desert driving a brand new Mercedes-Benz of all things. That report coming your way next.
Dow Automotive Systems, driving solutions in automotive, commercial transportation, and aftermarket with innovative products like Betamate structural adhesives. Lighter, stronger, safer. DowBetamate.com.
The 2013 Mercedes-Benz GL goes on sale a little bit later this year, and this large three-row luxury SUV is loaded with new features aimed directly at target buyers.
You know, the really interesting fact is that if you look at the demographics of our GL customer, this is our most affluent and actually one of our youngest demographic we have. So it is families, affluent families. Mostly, obviously, it's going to be the wife driving the car with the family in mind, shuttling the kids around, taxing them to their to all their play dates they have from school, back from school. So it's families.
Of course, safety is a top priority for parents, and the GL is ready for just about anything. It comes with technology that can help prevent crashes, things like crosswind compensation and adaptive cruise control, as well as features that protect passengers if one is unavoidable, notably the pre-safe system with autonomous braking. Performance is an important feature as well, and the new GL will offer 4 very capable engines. The base power plant is a torque-rich BlueTech diesel with 240 horsepower. After that, it's all twin turbo and gasoline. Output ranges from 362 horsepower to a walloping 550 on the AMG model, which launches early next year. Only one transmission is available, a newly updated version of the company's familiar 7-speed automatic. From a refinement standpoint, Mercedes-Benz calls the 2013 GL the S-Class of SUVs, and that is a very accurate description. The interior is swathed in supple leather and huge slabs of real wood trim. Some of the company's other work in this area has been pretty unimpressive, but this is a huge step up. It's on par with the best in the luxury segment. Around town, most of us think of the GL as a 7-passenger family mover, but with improved ground clearance and an airmatic suspension system, it can keep on going even when the road ends.
Not a lot of customers are really using what this car is able to. What we get as an answer from them is, or as a command from them is, the great thing is I could if I only want for. So we gave him in the standard off-road capabilities with the airmatic, with a downhill speed regulation, with an off-road switch that influences the throttle and things like that. And in addition, for those who really want to go hard, we offer an on and off-road package where it's really possible to go nearby everywhere with this car.
Mercedes typically sells about 27,000 GLs annually, but you can bet most of them never see use like this off-roading to the Rio Grande. But that just reinforces the multiple functions of this luxury SUV. Reporting from somewhere near Santa Fe, New Mexico for Autoline Daily, I'm Craig Cole.
And that wraps up today's report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.